This is Steve Ridgel, and my grandson, Jake Gilbreth, turns 18 tomorrow. And a lot of you that have followed me know that typically over at my blog, Ridgel's Originals, I write why I'm proud and love the people in my family who have birthdays. But on the YouTube video, I typically talk about things I'm learning from them. And so I thought I'd take a couple of moments this morning and tell you 3 things I'm learning from Jake. Now, maybe they'll be helpful to you. Maybe they're things that you ought to learn from Jake's example. And so I always want to be a better person. So here's the 3 things I'm learning from Jake. Number 1, treat everybody the same. Now, out of a Christian background, we all talk about that. We're not respecter of persons. We treat everybody the same. Everybody's equal. But I look at Jake, and Jake really does that. I mean, he literally talks to the old people at church. He talks to the young people at church. He talks to the people on the fringe that are showing up at church. He talks to the people that have been at church for a long time. Jake really does treat everybody the same. He is genuinely nice and polite to everybody. Now, Jake's shy and he doesn't talk a lot. So, when you say Jake relates to and reacts to, but you know what? It's true. He never hides from it. Everybody, to Jake, they're just a person made in God's image. And I love that about Jake. So I'm trying to be much more intentional about treating everybody the same. Number 2, Jake genuinely does the little things that matter. We had our family Christmas, and I looked up, and there's Jake just picking up utensils and plates and trash, just helping his Mimi. Jake always says thank you. I take him to lunch. He says thank you, usually more than once. Mimi buys him a pair of shoes, or like she does for all our grands occasionally. He says thank you for that. Jake just is unfailingly polite and nice with the little things. And the older I get, the more I appreciate the little things. The number 3 that I really am learning from Jake that I want to do better at, Jake does things for people. Just little things like walking in church and holding the door open for somebody in a wheelchair and saying hi to him and smiling at him. Little things like most of y'all know we're building a barnuminium at our ranch. We're about through. Jake's coming out next week to look at it. And when he said he was coming out, he said, I want to see they're about finished. I'd like to see it. And I'll hang out a couple hours and do something for you around the ranch. Okay, he doesn't have to do that. He could just say, I'm glad you're getting it built. Call me when it's done. He could say, I'd like to see where it is, and that'd be nice. But that he's going to give a couple extra hours. And, of course, Jake's a big, strong guy. So for me, that means cleaning fence or helping me with the cattle. But I love Jake for doing that. So I've resolved that 3 things I'm going to be more like Jake. I'm going to treat everybody the same. I'm going to do the little things for people. And I'm going to do things that matter for people. I'm going to help people. I'm going to do the little things that matter for people. And I'm going to treat people the same. So, Jake, I'm learning that from you. So I'm thankful for that, and have a great 18th birthday tomorrow.